Hello guys, welcome. This is Deepika from wealthandhealthmastery.com, and in this video I'm going to show you different apps that you can use with Canva, which is going to improve your design and take your design to the next level. So let's say you have an Instagram post and you wanted to completely blow people's mind using some gradient, text gradient, things like that. So in order to do these kind of things, you have apps available within Canva that you can use. And the first app that we're going to explore is called the Gradient app. So what I'm going to do is I'll go over to create a design. First thing is create a design, and let's say we wanted to create an Instagram post. This is just an example that I'm using, and over here to the app section you have a bunch of apps that are available, and you can see here there are apps like charts, photos, bulk create, data auto refill, audio, backgrounds. There are different apps that are available within Canva. Now there is an app called as Gradient here, and you can use this Gradient app to add gradient for different backgrounds. Okay, so this is the app that is there, Gradient Generator. So I'm going to click on it, and you can see here this is the gradient that it looks like. Now you can change what colors you want to see on this gradient. Let's say you want to change this red to more yellow. You will take this over here, and now it looks more yellow here. Okay, now if you wanted to change this little orange on the side to, let's say, blue, you can go over to here and you will see a little blue in here. If you wanted to change any of this white, then you'll go over to this white, and let's say you want to add some red in here. So you will go ahead and click on red. So now here's a red color. If you actually wanted white, I'm going to go ahead and leave it this. So this is one gradient that I've added. I actually like a little bit of red color in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. And if I want to change the yellow, I can take it to a little bit more darker or a little more lighter here. This looks pretty cool. Now this is the gradient that I've added. Now if you wanted to increase the noise level, what it does is if I increase it, this is how your image will look like. Okay, you see here the noise has increased, and you see more kind of this texture that is available. I don't like that texture, so I'm going to go back and reduce the noise level. And if you want to randomize it, let's say you didn't like this color, and if you want it to automatically generate some color based on this color palette, we can use this randomize option here. I like this looks pretty cool. Let's say we liked something like this, or you didn't like it, we can change it. These are the different gradients that it gives us, and let's say I prefer one of these. Let's say I like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to my design. So I'll click on add to the design button here, and what it'll do is it will add this to my design, and I can right click on it and set the image as the background. So what it'll do is this gradient color has been added as my background. Very simple. So we use this gradient generator to create different kind of color. Now if you want a different look at some of the areas in this design, so let's say you add an element here. Let's say we want to have a different gradient on a different corner here. So let's say I'll add an element like this, and onto this I want to add a different gradient. Okay, so over here what I'll do is I'll go back to my apps again, go to gradient generator, and over here I can change it, and let's say we like something yellowish. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pick a yellow tone here, and let's go over to the yellow. So this is one yellow. Then you can go a little bit more darker, and then you have this color. I'll change it to, let's say, red, and this is my red here. I'll change this to more red here. Okay, so this is what I have. If you like it, good enough. If you didn't like it, you can randomize it again, and let's say we like something like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on add to the design, and what it'll do is it will add this, and what I can do is I can do this on top of here, and or you see here you can position this on top, or there's another thing, go over to layers, and you can change it over here also. So if you want this layer on the top, that layer at the behind it, you can do this. I like the other layer on the top, so this one looks good, and I can get rid of it by right clicking on it and clicking the delete button. Okay, so this one is available. If you wanted to do Control C, Control V, you can add it like this also. So it gave a completely different look here onto this gradient. Now you have two corners with different gradient, and then you have a main gradient. If you want it on all the four corners, you can just move it like this, and you can just use your imagination to whatever you want to do. Okay, so this looks pretty cool here. Now let's say I want to add gradient text as well on this one. So what you're going to do is there is an app available called as Type Gradient. So I'm going to go ahead and use Type Gradient here. This is the app Type Gradient, and this app is going to help you create gradient in the text itself. So if you want gradient looking text, you can use this app. So let's say, what is your main text? Let's say I wanted to say wealth and health mastery. This is what I want to say, wealth and health mastery. And here is your alignment. If you wanted to like this way, this is wealth and health and mastery. If you want to change the alignment, you want it something like this, you can do it. If you want it in this direction, you can do the alignment like this. I actually like the first one, so I'll keep it. Now if you wanted to change this gradient, you can move this cursor to this direction and you'll see the gradients are being changed. Okay, you can see here, you can change it from this, but right now they're giving you gradient in the color of yellow, on the color of blue, right? You can see here blue to sky blue, etc. Let's say you want to add some little bit of red in here. So through that, what you can do is you can take this and go over to the red direction, and you can see here now it's adding little bit of red here. And what level of red you want, you can adjust this through this cursor that you see here. And this is pretty much, I like this one. If you want a little bit of black in there or golden, you can do that. Let's say we go over to black. Okay, and let's say we like this one, and this looks pretty cool, right? So if you are ready, you can, even if you want to change the font, you can change the font from here. Right now I like Anton. If you want to change it to something else, you have these different options that are available. I like the Anton, so I'll stick to that, and this is my color. Now I'm going to get rid of all these boxes that I have. So what I'll do is I'm going to just select them. I'm going to select these two, delete them. Similarly, I'm going to select these two and delete them. Okay, and I'm going to add an element here of the color white. So I'm going to go ahead and add a white color here. So I'm going to go to this and I'm going to add white color, and let's say I add my text over onto that. Okay, now the problem is that text has gone, so let's go ahead and play around with it again. That way you'll understand it. Wealth and health mastery. Okay, now this is, I have it. Now I want it in this direction. Change it again, and actually I'll do wealth and health mastery in one line. So this looks pretty cool. Changing the alignment, I like this alignment. Okay, now over here I'm going to add more of red color. So I'm going to go over here and go to this direction and change a little bit of red like this. Okay, and so this is where my text is. This is my font. You can change the font, you can change your gradient from here, and once you're all ready, you can add this to the design. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add this to the design, and if you want to extend it, you can do it something like this, wealth and health mastery, and it looks pretty cool here. Okay, and if you wanted to change it, you can do that, but this looks very nice, wealthandhealthmastery.com. okay, now over here, if you want to add any kind of waves, okay, let's say from here I'm going to change this to black color. I'm going to do a black color here, let's say, and this is there, and let's just take it like this. Now this is black and white. Now if you want something called as a wavy look on the side, okay, if you want some waves around here, what you can do is there is an app available called Canva. Okay, there's a third app available called Canva, and through this you can create a wavy look. Okay, and the wavy look is, right now it's set to blue. I can change it over here, and let's say you want something of red and green, so you can go with this. Okay, now if you want solid, you can do this. If you want gradient line like this, you can do it. This is more gradient. I like it because it has our colors. And if you want it look like line, you can do this. I like the gradient look, so we'll go with the gradient. This is how it looks if you add this to the design. Right now the shape is curved. If you make it pointy, you'll see these angles will become more pointy. So you can see here this became more pointy. Similarly, if you go to curved, it will be more curved. If you go to pointy, it will be like this. If you want to increase the number of layers, right now their number of layers are 3. If you want to increase them, you can increase it like this. And right now they are pointy. You can see here there is a point here. But if you want curved, this is how it's going to look like. Now there are two colors on here. If you want to change it this color to more red color, you can go over here and make it more red also, or like this color also. Okay, now this is what you have decided. Number of layers 5. Gradient angle, if you want to change the gradient angle, this will change it like this. It'll give more, this is how it's going to look like by changing the gradient angle. I liked it this way. This way we have both the colors. Complexity is basically, if you want more waves, then it is going to be more complexity. Right now the waves are very low, it's not high waves, but if you want high waves, you can do something like this, and you'll see here high and low are much more visible onto this by increasing the complexity. So if I take it to this level, this is how it will give me that look. And height variation, if you want the variation in the height, right now they look very different heights, but if you want a very balanced height, what you can do is you can go all the way here, then they will look equal. If you want variation in the height, you'll take it to this direction and there'll be variation in the height. Okay, now you can add this to your design. So this design, I can get rid of this black here. Let's say we don't want it, and I'm going to get rid of it, and I'm going to add some wave effect. You can see here, this is the wave effect that's there. Now you can extend this wave effect and put it like this. Okay, similarly you can copy it and paste it again, and you can rotate this wave effect, and you can do something like this over to your design. So you can see here, this is pretty cool, Wealth and Health Mastery, and it gave your design a completely different look. So we have seen different apps here. First we started with the gradient app, which kind of give you a gradient look. Then we started with the type gradient, which gives your text a gradient look, and then we looked at Can Wave. Now the fourth type of app that is available is called as Typecraft. What this does is basically gives your text a completely different look, and you can curve your text, you can put it to any angle, you can play around with it, and you can see what you want. So for example, I'm going to add a page here, and onto the page, let's say we go over to the app, and this is called Typecraft app. Okay, there's so many apps that are available. You can explore different apps that is available, but this is your fourth app called as Typecraft. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And what it does, you basically can do it like, you can change the look and feel of these text here. You can see here, you can take this to the next level. If you want it like this, it gave you a completely different look. Now if you want this look good enough, all you need to do is you just add an element to the design, and it will give you this look. So for example, I want to write something called as body, mind and soul. Let's say I want to write, and on this page, body, mind and soul. So I'll go ahead and change the font here, and let's say I pick up something like this, adventure script. This is my font, and I'll go back, and then style, you wanted unfilled, outline, none. So the difference is going to be like this. Right now this is none. If you change it to outline, this is how the outline looks like. It is only going to have an outline. If you want your outline to be filled, then this is the look of your filled one. Okay, so there is an outline, but then there is a different color for inside that. Okay, so if I go with just the none here, this is what it is. Now reset shape will start from this shape. Now from here you can change to whatever level you want. If you wanted to take body in this direction, like say like this way, body, and you want body here, and if you want to change dy also in this direction, you can do that. So you can have something like this looking, basically clicking on these cursors and changing it the way you want. So this is the way you can do. So this is your Typecraft. You can add whatever craft to your text. So this is body. Let's say you liked it, you can go ahead and add this element to the design. So this one is going to look like this. Similarly, if you want another text here to be called mind, let's say we like the mind here, and over here I'm going to go ahead and play around with it, reset the shape, and take mind like this. Okay, and little bit from here and from here, but not too much, and then a little bit from the center. So this is mind. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and update this element, and sorry, my body has gone because I did update the element here, but that's fine. You got an idea, mind here. Now let's say you want to add another text here, and we'll start with body. Let's say the font I liked is this one, Adventure Script. Go back, same here, 9, and then here reset the shape, and I can go vertical, and I'm going to go ahead and start from the center. And this is how it looks like. Body, and change it like this. And you can have some different look here. Okay, body, and then I can add this element to the design, and your body looks like this. Similarly, we'll play around with another one which is called soul, and we'll change it completely different, and we'll go ahead and look for the same font. And here I'm going to reset the shape, and this way I'll take it, this is on this direction, I'll take it on this direction. Soul, and we'll increase a little bit over here. Okay, so this is my soul here, add element to the design, and this is your soul. So it gave your text a completely different look. The font is there, but you have added some craft to your text. So these are the apps that you can play around with it, add it to your design, and it will take your design to the next level. You can add whatever level of creativity do you want. So do let me know what is your favorite app here. If you like the Canva, the gradient, the type gradient, or this type craft. My favorite was Canva because I like that wave look. So do let me know what do you like about in these apps. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to see you in the next tutorial. Thank you very much.